Hey, we've got the Roofnest Sandpiper vehicular pop-up tent behind me here. I set it up on my truck and I've been using it for some rugged camping adventures this summer. So I'm going to give you a little tour and tell you about what makes it a pretty cool rooftop tent. So I'm going to show you how to set this up, take it down, give you a little bit of a tour, and then since I've been testing it all summer, give you some insight on what I really liked about it and then maybe a few things that I would have liked a little better. So first things first, I've got this set up on my mid-size pickup truck. You're going to need some sort of rack setup. Thule helped us out with some Exporter Pro racks, which have worked great, but there are a variety on the market that will work. Your vehicle may have come with roof racks, and this is designed to be compatible with all of those. Once you have your racks set up, it's pretty easy installation. You just have a few clamps and a few bolts that you use to tighten down. 4 clamps secure it to the racks. And it's great for trucks if you have the truck bed set up. Otherwise, it'll work for SUVs. Might even work for some smaller vehicles because this is not a heavy rooftop tent. It weighs about 145 pounds, but you're going to want to check your own vehicle's weight ratings before setting it up. This pop-up tent is designed to pop up. So holding it closed while you're driving are 4 of these clasps. Now this is what you'll undo to set the tent up and the last thing you'll do to keep the tent down before you leave a campsite. Now depending on your setup, the easiest way to access the front, whether you're popping it up, pulling it down, or lashing it, might be to open the door and just stand inside the vehicle rather than trying to stand on the side or stand on the roof of your car. As you can see, it's designed to literally be easy to pop up, and that's because there are struts inside that aid in pushing the tent up. So all you really need to do is give it a little push, one in the front, one in the back, and it's up. Once your tent is up, you of course will need to get into it, and conveniently enough, the 8.5-foot telescoping aluminum ladder that you use to get in stores inside when it closes. So open up the doors, outer walls, and mesh doors, and retrieve the ladder. Now as you can see, this ladder packs down plenty small, so even if you're not as tall, I'm 6'3", or if you're not tall enough to reach in there when the tent is up to grab it, you could always put this in your back seat or in your trunk, whatever the case may be. Now, since we're camping with a car because it's a rooftop tent, you're afforded a certain measure of extra comfort given what you can bring with you. So I brought my best pillow from home. Also, Sierra Designs helped us out with this front country bed, which is ideal as coverage in case it gets cold, on top of this 3-inch memory foam mattress that is part of this tent that comes with the Sandpiper, and it is super comfortable. And while we're in here, there's a few other cool features this tent has that I'm gonna show you. To start, this tent essentially has 4 windows, so you get a cross breeze no matter where it's at. The 2 doors on either side have mesh covering so you can let a breeze in, but at the foot and at the head, you also have a walled off mesh door that you can use to create a vent. And that simply is a matter of unzipping the mesh, unzipping the wall. You can roll it down or just fold it out if it's not too windy and flapping around, and then just close up the mesh. You got a view and a breeze. Included with the Roofnest are a variety of storage options that are pretty cool. As you can see above me, you've got a cargo net that's great if you want to stash an extra layer or an extra blanket that you can just reach up and get in the middle of the night. And back here, we have a dedicated pocket that you can hang and put your phone, put your wallet, anything else, any smaller items you might want, you can just store in there for the night. Because you don't want to track dirt everywhere, Roofnest also provides a shoe pocket. It's got a mesh pocket in case your shoes are dirty and it's dry outside, or if it's raining, you can stow them in here, Velcro it shut, it'll help keep them dry, and this just clips right outside of your tent right there, so you never have to track dirt in with your shoes. Finally, there's enough space in here that you can get a little crazy with any customization options you want, and that includes funky party lighting. It's all about having fun when you're camping. Now, as I showed you on the other side, you can roll up these outer doors when you're getting into the tent. But Roofnest also supplies a set of these hooks that can be used for both sides that allow you to, instead of rolling this up, turn it into kind of a vestibule porch. This is great because it adds a little shade. Also, if you wake up in the morning and it's drizzling or raining a little bit, this help keeps you dry if you poke your head out or you're climbing out the ladder or you're reaching for your shoes. So I've been using the Roofnest Sandpiper on my truck pretty much all summer. And there are a few things, well, there's a lot of things I like about it, and there are a few things that I think could maybe be better, but I'll run through first what's good about this tent. First of all, it's really lightweight. At 145 pounds, it's definitely on the lighter side of the spectrum for rooftop tents, which meant all I needed was one strong, willing buddy to help me get it up onto the racks. And after that, installation was a cinch. As we noted earlier, it's just 4 clamps and you're set to go. What else did I like about it? On top of the Sandpiper are 2 racks. So you've got your tent sitting on your main racks, but Roofnest supplies 2 more racks, so if you need to lash down some extra gear, you still can. Let's not forget that 3-inch memory foam mattress. This thing is max comfortable. I'm about 190 pounds and I could lay on it and my hips, my elbows, nothing ever pushed through and touched the bottom. So it's a real plush night's sleep. Of course, if you really want a comfortable setup, you could put additional foam or another pad down on top of that. But what's great is at 3 inches, it's small enough that the entire tent compresses down to be very low profile, but it's still thick enough that it's a really plush night's sleep. Another note, compared to most rooftop tents, actually setting up the tent only takes about 10 seconds. A push in the front, a push in the back, and it pushes itself up basically by itself. Not only is installation easy, but setup is a breeze. As you saw, you unlatch it, push the front, push the back, and the struts basically pop the tent up almost by itself. It takes about 10 seconds, and that's really easy, especially if you roll into a campsite late and you just want to get set up and go to bed. Also, as easy as the Sandpiper is to set up, it can be a little tricky to take down. It's totally doable. You just have to get a feel for it and kind of understand the order of operations. It took me a little while to figure out. Once I had it, it was okay, but it is definitely more finicky coming down than it is going up. Now, while the Sandpiper is really comfortable on the inside, as a 2-person tent, as far as width, it compares pretty similarly to what you'd find with a spacious 2-person ground tent. So if you're camping with somebody in the Sandpiper, you should expect to be pretty friendly with one another. So who is the Roofnest Sandpiper rooftop tent for? Well, at $2,800, obviously not everybody. It's all about comfort and convenience, and it has those in spades. That said, if you can afford the tent, I gotta say I'm kind of a believer. It is extremely comfortable and it is extremely easy to set up. It kind of takes all the guesswork out of camping. Now, of course, if you're backpacking or hiking, this is not for you, but for any trip where you can get there with your car, this is awesome. So, if comfort and convenience are key and you don't balk at the $2,800 price tag, definitely take a look, because as far as rooftop tents go, this one is easy, it is lightweight, and as I have tested, it has been extremely comfortable.